Hey guys, what up? Dave here, back with another video for you guys. And what I was thinking about today was I'm getting really close to the 2000 mark, and I wanted to make that TechX history video just because there's 400 new faces, over 400. There's like almost 500 new people subscribed to my channel over the last week, and I thank all of you for that. And I wanted to start off the TechX history videos with PC game modding because that's what I do the most of now. But it's also what got me started in modding way back in when I got my first computer in like 2003, 2004. It was a Windows 98 PC with a Pentium 4. I don't remember how much RAM or anything it had. It had like a 20 or 40 gig hard drive in it. It was something huge for the time. My parents got it for me for Christmas. I didn't notice it. It had been in the freaking dining room for a couple days, and I didn't even notice it. But yeah, that was my first computer, and then we got our dial-up internet, and I still have that same that same email all these years later. And ignore that; it's just a soundbite. It's an old ringtone that I used to use to mess with people. But I wanted to get started with PC modding on this series. And what I wanted to actually start with was, yeah, I modded games before like Nitto 1320 Legends and all that, but Nitto is where I finally started to grow and learn. And for those of you who don't remember Nitto Legends, it was an Adobe Flash game with cars that looked like let's find an original. Here we go. With cars that looked like this. These were the cars in Nitto Legends. And there were also like there were rare items, there were rare cars. There were like I don't know, less than 100 of this car in the game. These rims were actually just an error on the car. They weren't supposed to exist, I believe. But that's what the cars looked like in the game. It was a drag racing game. It was quarter mile drags. It was really cool, and they had a lot of fun. I'm going to show you guys, some of you guys that are Racing Rivals players, you're going to recognize a car here in a moment if I have it. I actually don't. There is a car that's in, oh, here, this one's in it. Look familiar? We have that in Racing Rivals. It's only slightly modified. Dropped it a little. This stuff's cool. But yeah. And then, from there I started doing other cars, and this is where I sort of started with cars and modifying cars and stuff like that. Just had fun with it. But so Nitto really made me grow when it came to car modding or game modding, because I had to learn so much to do it. We started off with just simple cross modding, and I'll show you the game files for the game right here. We started with simple cross modding, and basically what we would do is we would come in, we would see the car right here, we go into packages, and I started naming them. But let's say we wanted to, we have this car. I don't have a way to open SWFs on this computer yet, but we wanted to change the RSX to the Mustang GT. We would simply just copy and paste these files over into the correct folder, and that is actually how we would cross mod. From there we started to actually tear down the SWF files. We would remove the images from them, we would replace the images, we started making our own cars, we started making our own wheels. I can actually show you some of the wheels that we used. They're in here somewhere. Rims. There's a lot of wheels, but like this is basically what we would start with. We first started with like 3D models, and we would angle the 3D models correctly, but then I started to realize that we can just Google images like this. So we started using these wheels to replace the ones on Nitto, and that was a lot of fun. Things like that, it was a lot of fun. But what set us apart was the fact that I worked for about 3 years trying to get the source code of this game, because a little bit of history on Nitto. Legends was actually like version 3. Technically Racing Rivals is version 3.0 of Nitto Legends, but I like to think of Legends as V3 because there were 2 games before it. There was Nitto 555R, which I have right here, which took me years to find. Then there was Nitto Challenge, which I have right here, and a lot of you guys will recognize this if I open it up and it actually plays. I don't think it actually will, but we'll give it a shot. But there was Nitto Challenge, and then there was also like the Mopar tourney. So this was like 2.5, because this used some of the Legends elements, and then from there we just kept moving forward. So this was Nitto 1320 Challenge. Great game. A lot of people want me to remake it, or at least an attempt to remake it. I'm gonna remake it someday. I don't know how I'm gonna remake it, but I'm gonna find a way. But then there was Nitto Legends, and Nitto Legends is where I started to grow, because we had what we called the add-ons folder. We eventually ripped the source code for Nitto 1320 Legends, and I would make like modified versions of the game. There were a lot of us that were doing it. There were also bots. That should sound familiar to you. There was like Absinthe, which this was a modified what was called Nitto Assist. It would do the tournaments for you to make money for you automatically and stuff like that. It was great. And then there was other bots. There was like Ace's Edge. This one was cracked and all that, which you can also see it over here. Oh, I have Adobe After Effects? Huh. Anyway, then there was Alien. Alien was pretty sweet. I'm going to try to run these. And then the full game source codes, I have source codes for 0.9.4.2 through the final, which was 10.03. We had a part shop. I was starting to rebuild it. We had the dealer build. This is the source code of all of it. This is a huge file. You just click login. This was Alien. Alien was pretty cool. You would do... It was kind of like, I don't know if you guys have seen the videos on my CSR racing bot, but kind of the same idea on that one. Game unpacking, this is how we would unpack the files. And then Imp was the first SWF file that would get ran by the game. Knuckles was another good bot. I'm not going to run it though, because same with LOL. LOL was great. Nitto Assist right here, this is the executable version. I guess I'm not allowed. Nitto 504. I still have this? Oh, dude, I need to forward this video to Lucas. Because I believe he's the maker of this one. But then there was Nitto Automated. This was an SWF version of, or a Flash version that would run right in the game to auto shift your cars. Then like promos, we would modify those. Pure was another great bot. Hold on. This is gonna be sweet. I can't even believe I still have this. Oh, it's not gonna let me open it? Really? Damn. That would have been so cool. Is there any way I can change it from the weird like theming? Please? This bot was sweet. This was one of the first, yeah, Oxfire, Icy, just a ton of awesome stuff in this bot. It was basic at the time, but it worked. This was the license stuff. Then this was the theming file. I can't open that apparently. Can't open this apparently either. I don't know how to make it so I can open it and compile it, but you know what? The fact I have it is kind of awesome. PV3, this was another really popular bot, about as popular as AE. Solaris was another bot that was built into it. The tournament bot, this was strictly made for running the tournaments on the Nitto Assist source code. War was just another bot. And then we had a lot of things like email bombers, extreme memory editor. This is a undetected cheat engine built on the cheat engine source code. We had ways to custom paint the cars. We could change the home colors, the itchy buyer. We could actually buy parts from the part shop that were no longer in the game. Viewer stealing. We were stealing parts from people's cars simply by looking at their accounts through what was called the viewer. The viewer let us look up accounts, and this was all stuff that like 3 or 4 of us coded. And Nitto was great. We all missed the game. We all want it back. This was just another basics that would auto run. Bug, I don't remember what that one was. all the classes and stuff like that for Nitto. This is like the complete source code for the game. Controls, just, yeah, this is just all the source code and stuff like that, and all the different things we could do. We would modify the badges, like these were the badges. We were making our own. This is where my modding started, was Nitto 1320 Legends, is basically what I'm trying to get the point across. And then, you know, there was just so many things we could do, and there's so much that we did. Like Modified was a modified version of the entire game client that changed how it looked and felt and played. Loaded a lot of stuff automatically. Zero was always the default because we would run these by the level. In Adobe Flash, there's different levels. So level 0 is bottom level. Then there was level 1, which would show up on top of level 0. 2 would show up on top of 1 and 0. So basically, the higher you went, oh yeah, the money bugs. Oh my god, the money bugs were insane that we found. There was just tons of cool stuff that we could do in the game, and it was great. And then like there was a point where somebody made a private server, but they almost got sued, so that was taken down very quickly. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Nitto side of the history of me. And the only other thing that I can really show you with that is, oh yeah, I was watching some good videos. Let's see here. Oh, I already had my dashboard open. We're going to go by my channel. We're going to scroll down into some older videos, and we're going to find some Nitto videos to show you guys. Oh yeah, I could just search. I'm an idiot. I knew that. Nitto. Let's see what we find here. So yeah, we got like the challenge alpha. That's from when I was trying to remake it. This is from trying to remake it. Log into any account. Features Nitto should have had. This was just a really cool video. There wasn't any sound to this, but we could like change the ID of the wheels when the car would load up in the dealership. We couldn't buy it with these wheels on it. God, some of these cars were so cool though. Like, a lot of people are gonna call rice. Really? You can still see that? Oh well. This was actually like a modding tutorial for the game. We would use something called like JPEGs and all that, and we would just, it was so easy. This is my really old computer. This computer was garbage, man. But let's see. Practice track ratio installer. I don't think it's even going to load this video. We could actually modify the gears on the practice track while we were racing, which was really cool. The first true top fueled funny car that was in the game was something I made because we could force parts from one car to another just to make the cars faster or slower. Nitto was an interesting game, especially for modding. But as you can see, this was the basic racing view that we would have. You know, it was great, and this was, I believe, a 3-gear car as well, just like a Top Fuel Funny car would be, and it was fast. That was a quarter mile. This game was great. This was actually legit runs of how fast this car could be. I love this car. This was my favorite car in the game to race because it was so hard to run. It was so hard to get it perfect, but I always figured out like the perfect spot to launch it and all that, and I just got it right one day, and I finally decided that, you know, maybe this is the best car to use for me. But the best times you could get were like 7.4, 7.48 or 7.47 were like the best times I ever got. I believe you could get 7.46. There were some limited edition parts that let it like 6.8. But only one person had access to those in the game. Let's see. The first game mod. Nah. Oh, here we go. Here's some of the stuff I was talking about in that folder. That was the Halloween theme. It was really cool. But see, we had like the menu over here. You'd just open that up, and it would be like the clutch settings. You could do emails and stuff like that. You could spam emails to other people's accounts. God, there's just so much. And then we were doing like custom cars and stuff like that. But this is how we actually would do custom parts on cars and stuff like that. It was like this was me modifying the CRX. Yeah, it doesn't belong, like a wing does not belong like that on a CRX, but I don't know, man. There was just so much fun to be had in this game. We were doing it via a program called Keyshot, which you could see right here. We would render it for a couple hours so we would get it to look right, and then we would just mold it into the, you know, into the right looking parts. Oh, come on. This was the first custom client mod, Mitt Romney. As you can see, like text is a different color and stuff like that. I just went through and modified literally random hexadecimal bytes. I replaced some images. As you can see, we didn't used to be able to do it like that. It was just a couple squares that we could choose from for a couple different things like that. And then Boxy's Revenge. Oh god. Is this a bot that I made? Oh, that's a cool wallpaper. I want to go find that. Yeah, this is a modified AE that we cracked. Oh my god. That's Ace's Edge, dude. I'm going... This is such a trip down memory lane, and I don't know, man. It's great. Wow, this got 6,000 views? Um, yeah, I mean, you know, next video of the TechX history series, I'll go through combat arms. This video kind of turned into an all Nitto video, which I did not plan on. Um, but as you can see, like this was just all the hacks and stuff like that. Like there was so much we could do in the game. I missed the game so much. We would like get engine IDs, swap parts, um, just everything. It was insane. The things we would do in this game just wasn't fair. It really, it just, oh, I forgot about that software. It just really wasn't fair. But I'm going to talk to you guys in the next video because I gotta go. It's time for dinner. But next video will definitely be a combat arms related video, of just the history of me learning to mod actual game engine based games and how I evolved that way. But I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.